and welcome back to Weekly Mail. So today I want to talk about marriage and commitment um, in marriages. I noticed that there is a lot of issues with commitment out there. People think being married, you're in love, you get married, and then that's the end of it. Well, marriage takes real work, and that's on both parties. And I always hear people go, marriage is 50-50. No, it is each individual person giving 100% of themselves to the commitment of being married. Uh, and so if you think about that as a whole, uh, people think it's easy to be married because, hey, after all, they love this person, right? Well, sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. After you get to a certain point, marriage is no longer about love, it's about commitment. And these days, a lot of people are not willing to commit to anything for a long period of time. Uh, Shoot, you can't even get anyone to stick with the same phone company for any length of time these days. So marriage is hard work. It is each individual working toward it. And just because you have a disagreement doesn't mean, oh, I'm done, and you just give up and throw in the towel. That's not how it works. When you're committed, you are committed 100%. And I see so many people out here divorcing over um, they've been married 2-3 years and they're ready to get a divorce already. And it's like, are you kidding me? Because I, I don't understand. Um, you love this person 2-3 years ago. What, you can't stand to live with them now? It's it's not about you anymore. It's about you and that other person. So you all have to sit down and you have to discuss. Maybe you should have that discussion before you get married, about what is expected from a relationship, you know. And I know people seem to think that um, that's kind of weird, but you should sit down and talk about, because suppose you want kids and he doesn't or she doesn't. You have to talk about the little things. You have A1 credit, their credit is all messed up. You have to talk about everything, even the little things, and then you have to be committed to each other, not just, oh, I'm just so in love, um, or the sex is so good. You've got to be committed to the relationship as a whole. Um, don't be so quick to want to give up on the other person. That's the easiest thing to do. And um, you signed up for the long haul. That's what a commitment is. And you got to think about the other person more than you think about yourself. When you start thinking about yourself more, I think that's when a lot of the issues come in, is you're being selfish. Or if you are bringing too many other people into your relationship, is when you really start having issues. And when I say bringing other people into your relationship, it could be friends, it could be uh, outside relationships, uh, anything for that matter. Anything that comes between you and the relationship with your partner is a distraction. You all have to spend time together. Have a date night every week, and then or every month. If you can't do once a week, do it at least once a month, maybe twice a month, so that you all can keep that communication between you. There are some times when couples um, feel like, oh, it's every day the same thing, in and out, day in and day out is the same thing. Hey, switch it up a little bit, change it. Go and do something different. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. Wake up that morning and say, hey, let's drive 3 hours away. Spend the night. Something. You have to add that spontaneity into the marriage yourself. It doesn't just happen. It's something that you all both have to work at. If you want your marriage to stay strong, you got to have commitment from both parties. Spend time together. Have conversations. It's so easy to get caught up in social media now to where you all can be sitting in the same room and still not communicate. Communicating is actually talking to each other. You want to keep that marriage strong. You want to keep it going till death do you part. So you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to make your relationship a successful relationship. And you should do that for yourself and your partner, especially once you start having kids. It's going to be harder to keep those connections, but you try to keep those connections and keep them strong, because one day the kids will be gone. They won't be home anymore. Well, that's all I have for you today. So if anything that I've said has helped you, or maybe a friend of yours, feel free to share it. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box below. And if you have a question that you don't want to ask here, you can always shoot me an email at weeklymail8@gmail.com, and I will respond here or send you an email in return. Please subscribe to my channel so I can continue to make more videos like this. So I will see you guys later, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.